Hello, everybody. Scott Golden here with the December 5th, 1981 edition of the All-Star Wrestling Review Series. This is a enhancement match for, in this particular case, the returning Ivan Putski. Putski's been here for a while, around the 70s and early 80s, and remains here through the I don't know that I'd say maybe mid 80s would be possible in that sense, and certainly manages to do as much as he can with as little as possible in a lot of ways. Not that Putski's a bad guy in the ring, but he's not exactly a guy you're gonna, want to see a ton of matches with. He does take his man to the outside and eventually hits the Polish Hammer for victory. Here, we go back to Vince McMahon, another enhancement match, and Classy Freddie Blassie brings out his man, in this case, Adrian Adonis. Adonis says, not gone into the AWA to team with Jesse Ventura yet, so the East-West connection, not as big a thing, I don't think. Anyway, Adonis with a surprising amount of wrestling acumen against his enhancement talent guy here. Front face locks and a vertical suplex, and eventually Blassie makes sure he gets the victory with the Goodnight Irene sleeper hold. And once again, Adonis basically says he wants Bob Backlund. Adonis says that he has been discriminated against. Vince McMahon in a bluish suit and black pants, or suit jacket anyway. Return of Pedro Morales against Ron Shaw. This time, Pedro returning as your Intercontinental Champion. Morales is happy with that distinction, but at the same time, maybe Ron Shaw not so happy that he's returning with that distinction. Anyway, lots of attempted power moves by Shaw. Gets hammer locks and side headlocks and such on his adversary here. Hard shots along the way there, and ultimately a deep Boston Crab, and ultimately kind of getting him where he needs to get into hard shots. And obviously we get the nature of a Greg Valentine SD Jones match, and this would happen years later, 87, 88, but here a little more even. Valentine's probably first television challenge, real challenge anyway, is Jones here. Takedown punch kick by Valentine. Valentine mangling the man in the corner, also getting a bear hug on him for a little bit there. The Wizard not exactly going to encourage his man to get driven back into any sort of corner or awkwardness. Abdominal stretch by his adversary, and then we see the attempted headbutts by Jones. Jones also, we see Valentine bail out and complain about the headbutts. Longer match than we average get here. Headbutts by SD Jones and Jones. Managing to get a couple of shots into the midsection, punches that is, of Greg Valentine, and off the run he comes, and the hammer shot by Valentine. Valentine gets the elbow drop and the win, not winning the successful deal there. The Executioner in all blue, mask included, facing off against the returning Steve Travis. Travis had been kind of a Rookie of the Year type guy in previous years. Lots of punch kick and power takeover by the Executioner. I think the Executioners ended up being tag team champions in the 70s or something like that. So the Executioners in masks a pretty big deal here. Anyway, Executioner gets a singles victory, and we are past our first week in December here in the area, and we will return right after this.